Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a little video update on my pit bike track, and it's very, very windy. That's why I'm not riding. And I'm doing this on a different phone. This is the iPhone 7 Plus. Did it just start raining? What the hell? It really just started raining. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, so things are very different in here. This berm I opened up because we built a new jump, and I just thought it would be cool. It's like it was one whole berm, but I divided the berm so that it's a platform, and then it turns into a double berm up here, which I don't think I've seen before, and I thought it would be cool. So this one right here, I'm gonna round out a little more so it'll be like a tight little 90 elbow, just in case you're just trying to whip back around and you're not hitting that. But it is fun. And I have a little bump down jump there I'll get to in a minute. But this is the new jump we built. We did have it was like two like kind of rollovers, but then we made one really big jump out of the rollovers. We made like a double, and it was just way too big. It didn't have anything in the middle, so it was just the kind of jump like you got to send it or not. And I wasn't comfortable sending it because I didn't put my cradle mount on the 50 yet. So it doesn't look that big from the camera, I'm guessing, but in reality, hitting it on a 50, like I got quite a few comments on the Backyard Pit Bike Nation group, and they were looking at my 50 and they're like, is that a toy, and how do you fit on it, and yada yada yada. Trust me, there's been people that have jumped a lot bigger on a 50. And I mean, mine has more torque than your average 50. Like, I have the BBR Super Pro kit, as you guys who do follow along with this channel know. So it has the race head, it has the cam, it has the bigger valves, and 88cc. I'm probably going to go up to 108. I thought you had to bore the cases, but you honestly don't. You just have to, it's just a direct swap out. You take your old crank out, you put the new one in, and that's it. It's like $150 on T-Bolt. So back to the track, we have this huge, it's a double, but you can roll over just in case, like, and that's what I did a couple times. I rolled over it before I was fully clearing it, and that thing's got some distance. I really don't know until I see this video up how it's gonna really look on the computer screen, but that's a pretty beefy jump. Then you have the same berm that was back here, but we pulled this one in from around this corner and made it a lot bigger. This jump we don't actually ever hit, so we're gonna get rid of it entirely and probably add a lot of this back to these two berms here. So yeah, so that'll be that. This here, we're gonna remove this tree that's in here because it gets in the way. We're gonna open up the berm to make it a little bit wider, more set back, so you can get a little more roll down speed from it. We're not sure with this option yet. We did have a jump here, but now it's just this one, which is a lot bigger, as you guys can see. I would say it's about a 4-foot lip from the ground, but it comes from like kind of like a concave, like a transition concave, and then we made the landing a lot more steep because we're starting to figure out the bikes more. Like, I used to ride BMX, and that's how I have my 50 setup. My 50 setup is literally like a BMX bike. And so now I'm like feeling it out more and more from jumping. Up here, I don't even know how I'll get to. Actually, I'll just walk around. So here it's a downhill, as you can see. So I put literally a little bump, because for those of you who do jump, like when you're going downhill, you don't really need a lip. All you need is literally that tiny bump that looks like nothing, but when you're coming down here in like second gear, it shoots you right over, no problem. And this is a landing to this jump. This is the biggest jump we have, and it's very, very steep. What the hell? There was a dog walking down here. Alright, I'm used to deer prints, but not dogs. But yeah, this one is really, really, really steep. I'm gonna try to go down without dying so I can show you guys. Like this jump from the actual base of the jump to how high it is, I would say it's a good I would say it's a good 5, maybe 6 feet, because I'm 6'1", and from completely ground level, that big hill is taller than me. All we did was, this was just a mountain. It was just a bunch of stuff that was pushed by a bobcat, and it was a huge mountain basically. And I dug a lip out of it. So yeah, it's like 5 or 6 feet. But this thing it's a little scary. Before I put the 88 kit on, like I was able to, like with the 70 motor, I was able to just get over it, like, and not even consistently every time. But with the 88cc big bore and the race head, now I can't throttle fully through it like I was doing before. Now I can come maybe the top of second coming out of the berm over there, but then I have to let off, because if you hold it fully through seconds, you'll definitely clear way over the top of that to flat, and I don't have my suspension set up for that. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you guys a update on the track. We are going to be doing some different stuff. I don't know what exactly. I know I want kind of a rhythm section somewhere, but as you see, like, give you guys a view, like there's not a ton of space, so we're trying to fit as much as possible here. But for the meantime, this jump right here is extremely, extremely fun. You literally have to hit that berm, and then you got to pin second, and then you just got enough to, like, to get over. I tend to let off. I don't usually power all the way through, but for those of you who have ever rode, a 50 that had a 88 kit with the race head, how much giddy up is in second gear. So to be holding that gear pretty much wide open to clear this, it's not like a baby jump. And it gets a little sketchy sometimes because I have brand new tires on my bike, as you guys seen in the last video. So it digs a trench. If you throttle through the actual lip, it digs like a little trench, and then you gotta basically hit in that same area every time, or your front tire tends to slide out. And that actually almost happened to me. What was it, yesterday? Either yesterday or the day before. I didn't realize I was powering onto the gas going up, and the second time around I was off of that exact line by like a little bit, maybe like an inch or two, and my front wheel kind of went one way, and then my rear wheel grabbed traction inside the rut that was in the lip and sent me like sideways. And I was ready to toss the bike. I thought it was over. I was like, you know what, it's not worth my life. But I don't know, some way I kind of finessed it in the air and landed it. But I don't know, it gets pretty sketchy sometimes, especially with these little bikes. The big bikes, they have suspension for stuff like that. They can save you. These little bikes, there's not much that saves you. Usually it's your leg. You stick your leg out, and that's like, that's what saves you. But yeah, this is like I said, an iPhone 7 Plus. So I wanted to check the video out on this to see if it's any different. And I don't know, I guess you guys will let me know in the comment section if it's better than the other phone, or if the other phone's better. I actually bought a legit tripod, so the next videos, like when I'm doing my builds and stuff like that, I could actually, you know, set up my phone and you guys can get like a good overview of what I'm actually doing, opposed to me holding it and trying to do things with one hand, which is not that appealing. But yeah, the next video I'm probably gonna do the show you guys the progress on the KLX 110, because I stripped that thing down to a bare frame. I ordered a full gasket set and new rings. I'm just gonna rebuild the motor to stock form, and you know, I just greased the bearings, redid the headset and everything like that. So I'll have that up, and I'll have the 50 up too. I'll probably record that video tomorrow, because I did do the wheels. I got the rims a gloss black. They came out really nice. Just like I said in the last video, for those of you who are into these little bikes, check out on Facebook. It's called Backyard Pit Bike Nation. And then there's Master of Minis and Planet Minis 2.0. But Backyard Pit Bike Nation, that one is my favorite group so far. There's tons of info, a gazillion people, and you know, anything you want to find out or learn, it's right there. They, you know, they sell parts. They have different businesses that produce their own parts. You can ship your parts to some of these people and they can do builds for you. Like there's tons of things going on in that group right now. So yeah, stay tuned to the next video. Let me know what you guys think about the track, and yeah, until next time.